Our workshop in Cleveland a couple of weeks ago was fantastic, wasn't it, Carlin?
I love the space. It's the closest thing to Betty's apartment. And Laura running the workshop with you together, it felt just like it did with Betty. And the
Ah,
women came in and they were all wonderful. And half the group, they were all pre-orgasmic.
yes, yes, and it was such an amazing group. I mean, they're all body sex women are just wonderful, right? But I don't know this group in particular. How can that be? Every group is my favorite.
Betty and I would always say that. We'd say, this workshop, no, 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 this was
Yes,
the one. And then the
yes,
next one go, no, these women, they were the best. But
yes.
there was a moment with
Mhm.
one of the participants that was really amazing, Laura. Share that with us.
So, you were working with a woman one on one, and I was leading the rest of the group. Some of the pre-orgasmic women, and they were having a hard time recognizing their orgasm. And I'm watching it; I'm seeing it in their body. So, I'm continuing with them, and at one point. A one woman sat up, I sat up, and she's like, I don't know. Now, she's sweaty, her body's pink, like, I know she orgasmed, but she was like, I don't know. She said, I just don't think I'm orgasming. She said, I just feel shimmery. And then it kind of hits a peak and it goes away. And I said, that's your orgasm.
That's an orgasm.
I said, that's what I've been doing for the last 5 minutes. I said, that's what I go for. I go for the shimmery feeling and I try to make it last as long as possible. I said, you were riding the edge. That's it. And then it reaches a peak and then it goes away. Now, there are different ways of describing it. Sometimes it feels shimmery. Sometimes it feels tingly. What are some other words,
It feels
Carlin?
like heat.
Mhm.
I've had women say it felt cold.
Yes.
Right. It's how we perceive. It's like if we taste cuisine, right? Where is the
Right.
flavor on your tongue? It's a little different for everyone. It goes to show you that if we have no information about what an orgasm feels like and we just
Mhm.
see exaggerated examples in pornography,
Yes.
that we can be having small orgasms and not recognize them.
Exactly. And there are so many words that we've been told, like, it feels like crossing a bridge. What
I
does
hate that
that
one.
mean?
Or it feels like fireworks. Well,
Right?
yeah, if I'm going for like an hour and I
Yeah.
finally got to the full body because that first orgasm is small and it's in the genitals and it's this little blip wave. And for most of us, it comes in, goes out, and we go, oh, what happened? I failed. If you keep breathing, keep the connection to the body, and keep on
Mhm.
going, the feeling, the energy starts to move throughout the body, and you'll feel it in your fingertips and your lips. But it's not this sensation, I think, for women where it's like, oh my God, I'm going to explode. And then I pass out. It's just not
Mhm.
the female model.
Yes, yes. And we had some women in the circle, some of the orgasmic women in the circle were making noises, including me. I will confess, I can be noisy.
Yes.
But that isn't a sign of the strength of my orgasm or the quality of
Mhm.
my orgasm. In fact, sometimes I use sound as a way to build up to my I haven't even orgasmed yet, right? So, just because you're hearing other women making sound, it doesn't mean that their orgasm is better than yours.
It's like if someone eats a bite of food and they go, oh, this is so good. Does it taste any different on your tongue if you go,
Right, right, exactly.
Absolutely not. But this inspired us. So we decided to have we added another $10 Zoom class, The
Mhm.
Fundamentals of Orgasm, June 14th. So you can go to bodysex.com and we have the class listed right there. You can register. I think we need to see and hear and understand what an orgasm is, what is its
Yes.
function, and then the range, because it's just like our vulvas, they're so diverse. I have orgasms sometimes you can sneeze and miss it.
Right, right, right. Yes, yes. And so it's not just a range between women, it's a range within ourselves and
Mhm.
just accepting and appreciating every orgasm. And my first orgasm is not my biggest. I have to keep adding for a while, keep at it.
And with women, we are bottomless pits
Mhm.
of pleasure. So you can kind of keep on going, keep on going. So it's not necessarily we feel a release, we're one and done. It's very rare. For me, I go until I have a light sweat all over my body. My heart is racing
Mhm.
and I just feel calm and relaxed.
Yes.
And like Betty always said, an orgasm is an orgasm.